We want to just leave the past behind us. But we have a way of reliving it over and over again and keeping it alive because we allow it to be relived over and over again. Pisces, this is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. The tarot portion is in the extended. That link is in the description box below. And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces. Absolutely. Wherever Pisces energy influences your natal chart or your life, if you're dealing with a Pisces, you have worked your ass off. It's so intriguing, the duality of the Pisces. The duality that is, you can believe so wholeheartedly about political issues or things that affect outside things, or your dreams, like what you've always wanted to come true, what you've always wanted to be real. Your dreams are real for you. So there's no thought of giving up on them. How can you give up on reality? Dreams are reality for you. So it's this intense ability for you to completely devote yourself to those things that stand outside yourself. When it comes to yourself, it's a shit show. The connection that you often don't make is how everything that goes on inside of you influences or impacts your ability on the outside. Everything on the outside. There is so much. Let me talk about the configuration of the cards that I see in front of me. It is so past heavy. There's so much here about the you that you used to be. And there has been a common trend in all of my readings this week. Go check out the other 2 videos that I just released with this video. Go check them all out. There is this almost need for things to be simpler, right? And so there is this retrospective. Your ruling planet is in retrograde. Neptune is in retrograde. What that usually does is it tears the fantasy away. There's no veil anymore. Reality bites really bad. But it gives you a chance to sort of, it's almost like what's going on behind the scenes. If you've ever worked in theater or no theater at all, it's that everything on stage is the fantasy. And what goes on behind stage is the reality. And it's a lot of hard work. And it's a grudging world back there where basically everybody wears black so that they blend in. It's like, no, sleight of hand. I don't want you to see how really difficult it is to keep all this shit up. I don't want anybody to see how really difficult it is to pull off the impossible. Or else it's not a show, it's not a dream. And there has been such a struggle in you to maintain that fantasy, to maintain that look of, oh, this is so simple and everything is going so well. Everything is going well. Everything is going very well. But it's the tedium and it's the difficulties that are on display now. And I think that that's the issue. There's almost a sense of you starting to believe that those difficulties are the reality when they were always part of the reality. The stage show, what's going on stage, doesn't work without all that craziness going on behind it. Without all that preparation, without all that production. It doesn't happen. And you already know that. But there is a sense of it getting twisted in your mind. Like, oh, because I have to do all this, or because of this is so complicated now, it's not the fantasy. It's always the fantasy. It's part of the fantasy. It's always been part of the fantasy. It's just now the curtain's pulled back, and that's the feature. It's like a long time ago when we used to buy DVDs to watch, right? There was that behind the scenes where you actually got to see like the little bits and pieces and people making mistakes and the light not flattering people and all of those things. And it was really ironic, Pisces. That was always my favorite part. The doing, the struggle, the grunt work. Because that really is the fantasy, isn't it? Really. When you love something so much that the grunt work, the ugly parts, are beautiful to you. And that's really what you're living in right now. The grunt work and the ugly parts. And you're starting to see that they're so beautiful and spectacular to you that you don't ever, ever, ever want to give them up. But there seems to be something unseen, something from the past influencing or impacting your way forward. I don't think it's pulling you back. That's not true. It may be dragging you under. This may be a past self that you used to be. From the outward perspective, Pisces, I'd say, so what? The past is gone. The person doesn't exist anymore. But you're a water sign. You're almost the water itself. You always carry the past. That's why you are the house of mysteries. The past and the present, it's not a linear existence where you exist. They all exist simultaneously. And these are the ugly bits, the ugly parts. Remember that time when you gave yourself away just so you could blend in? You didn't want to stand out? But it's almost like you're trying to not stand out and you're trying to blend in so that you get left alone and people will allow you to continue doing what you're doing. Just like a stagehand. They don't want to be in the spotlight. That's not what they do. What they do is the grunt work. You just don't want to do it on display. You don't like that everybody's watching your behind the scenes because that's not the point. The behind the scenes is supposed to be a mystery. It's supposed to be hidden. All of that hard work, like part of pulling off the feats that you're pulling off, is that you don't want all that shit on display. It's a hurdle you have to get over when you are starting to be successful. And that is all of your shit being on display. And figuring it's the new norm. People wanting to dig through your crap. And how do you kick them out? Push them away or put them in their place without losing them? That's how you don't lose them. You stick up for yourself. You take pride in what you do and you set the standards and how you want things to be. And you don't compromise. There are some boundaries that we must not cross. And now is the time, Pisces, for you to establish that fourth wall. Don't talk to me about what's going on behind the scenes. It's none of your business. Just enjoy the show. Now, there is this sense of only a few people get to see your behind the scenes. And only a few people should. And those are the reliable ones that you know that you can fall back on. Somebody that really gives you a cup to hold your water in. Somebody that really helps to hold you up and hold you together. Now this could very well be the person that is influencing you or impacting you right now. This person that holds you up and keeps you together and sees the behind the scenes. There also could be some sort of an inquiry. I'm going to get into the cards. I'm going to start the cards almost as if they were like a timeline, Pisces, because it really is past heavy. This is Cancerian energy in reverse. Slow and steady wins the race, but this is not. This is almost like the King of Cups in reverse. So think about rushing or rushing into something, allowing other people to dictate how you feel about yourself, feeling emotionally drained, being emotionally needy, being emotionally manipulated, or easy to emotionally manipulate. In terms of people don't even have to try to emotionally manipulate you. You have so little confidence in yourself that you enter the room automatically, almost like supercharged, to empathetically pick up what other people want and just become that and lose yourself in the process. Unfortunately, when you lose yourself, you lose all your potential too. Know your worth. You did not know your self-worth. You had no self-worth. You're throwing perfume all over yourself because you've already decided that you stink. You've already decided that there's no way that you can fit in, that you're already an outcast. So there was a situation that you were putting yourself in that you couldn't resist being a part of. You wanted to be a part of, but simultaneously you were hiding yourself from it. You didn't feel good enough. But you threw yourself in head first, as vulnerable as can be. All your guard was down. No boundaries at all. Free flowing everywhere. It's almost like really, I would say it's how water signs get when we're really out of balance. We get sloppy. Like letting your emotions slop everywhere. And not really understanding where the emotion's coming from. Why am I feeling this way? It didn't matter. Everybody was going to get drowned in your emotions. Everybody who came around you. Why? Because you didn't know where they were coming from or didn't have the ability to rein yourself in to know exactly why you were feeling this way. You just had to feel. No boundaries whatsoever. Not a good thing. You didn't want to be alone. You didn't want to be by yourself, and you didn't want to stand out. This is Aries energy, but it's Aries energy in reverse. So it's not taking care of yourself, not even respecting yourself. It's like taking yourself so seriously or taking this opportunity so seriously, you lost your whole sense of self, thinking that the opportunity was more important than you as a person. It was more important than you are. Or what you wanted, the person that you wanted. Whatever it was that had your attention was more important than you yourself. Being healthy, being strong, taking care of who you are. No, you laid yourself, maybe even physically, you laid yourself completely bare. You laid yourself completely vulnerable. This has all happened in the past. And you did it to fit in. To just blend. This is Libra energy. Maybe for a partnership, to fit in with a group. You did it to blend in. But it's ironic, Pisces, because when we blend in, we don't stand out. And that's what happened. There was a sense of just nobody actually seeing how special you were. Because you blend in. Magic works through you. This is all the power that lay within you to transform your life, to make yourself something bigger, to cast spell. You had the magic inside of you, and you relinquished it to fitting in. Maybe because other people would not have understood. This is also a Cancerian energy. And then you have Sagittarius energy up here, sleight of hand. And that's what I was talking about during the channeled message. This sleight of hand, this convincing somebody that one thing's going on when something's really going on behind their back. think on your feet. Be ready to improvise. Very entertaining. Making people laugh. A big old sly smile on your face all the time. Like, oh, I've got it all together. My life is great. Nope. Life ain't great. This is very, very Virgo energy, low vibrational Virgo energy, completely out of whack. Like the mice have overrun your house. All of the tedium has caught up to you. You haven't really dealt with all the details, and the devil is in the details, and now he's running all over your apartment. There is a sense of infestation and infection, maybe even literally, like STDs or some sort of disease. Like literally not taking care of yourself so much, but like dressing yourself up and pretending like everything's normal, everything's okay. And it isn't okay. So there was this sense of, okay, I have to be honest with myself in order to get out of this situation. Learning to be honest with yourself. But then there's a sense of being too honest. Like just because you acknowledge that, yes, there are stagehands back there. This is a full-on production. I'm not, it's like you tried to pretend like you were magic. But the magic is in the hard work. And you're hiding the hard work. So there was this sense of it all catching up to you. And crumbling down around you. Like literally causing an infection or a disease. Maybe actually an illness inside of you because of all the stress, whatever. You got out of there. You moved forward. You moved on. You followed your conscience. You got real with yourself. And you moved in the direction that you had to go. You took the leap out of where you were. Okay. You left that past behind you. And you were very busy. And remember, it's the busy bees. Happy birthday, Michelle Ann Sandygate. It was the busy bees that get the honey. And you got the honey. This is Leo energy. This is abundance. This is something to be proud of. This is victory and success and joy. And through hard work. Hard work paying off. And now at least you're acknowledging the hard work. I mean, you're not like, you don't have to put it all on display, but you're acknowledging the hard work. It's almost like you're showing your hand. You're revealing all of your secrets in order to prove that you did the hard work. You're giving too much. It's like when going from one extreme to another. That's what it feels like. Like hiding all parts of yourself to just blend in and then giving all of yourself away. Putting yourself on the chopping block. Feeling like you have to give every piece of yourself away to somebody in order to accomplish what it is you need to accomplish, which is what you want, like laying those foundations. This is a sense of being very defensive and insistent upon having solid ground beneath your feet, wanting to feel it. That's the only place where your focus was for a while, was just, is my life solid? Can I feel this ground beneath my feet? Because if I can't, it's not okay. This is Virgo energy. I think you got very, very tired of all the tedium. It's almost like you needed protection. Protecting the tedium, protecting the accounting, protecting the books. Maybe you needed to defend that. This is like mama bear energy. Defending all that you've created and becoming very defensive of it. Let spirit be your guide is here for the future. This is seeing things from an aerial perspective, but it's also about receiving messages from spirit. Spirit looking out for you and telling you which direction to go because it's seen farther ahead than you. Beautiful energy. Let spirit be your guide. In other words, spirit's trying to communicate to you in many different ways. probably through animals, maybe through hawks itself. This messenger, hawk is the messenger of Waikuntanka, the great spirit itself. He comes to let you know things are up, something's going on, something's happening that you need to be aware of in order to secure yourself. Your past is starting to impact your future. So the mistakes that you made in the past, or the shitty situations that you were in the past, or allowed yourself to be a part of in the past, it's coming back. It brought you to where you are today. It needs to stay in the past. It's not needed where you're going. But this is Capricorn energy. It has something to do with karma. Karma and fate. Oh my God, Pisces. It's coming back with a fury, almost like a tsunami. Did you do everything right? You may be doing this yourself. The full moon is about to be in your sign next week. So this is a sense of being really hard on yourself. Maybe because of the Scorpio full moon that we just went through. But you are being really hard on yourself, Pisces. For everything that happened in the past. For your past not being a perfect story for you to share with somebody. Maybe even in some ways trying to hide it, sleight of hand, and be like, no, it wasn't me. I didn't go through that. But you did. Spirit has your back. Let Spirit be your guide, and Spirit has your back. Two protective energies watching over you and also sending you messages. What warnings have you received recently, Pisces? It's gotta be some sort of, this is like sounding the alarm. Could be for law and justice, government. Maybe you have jury duty. I don't know. But there's something about law and justice, and it's coming up from the past. And it's because I think you put it in a place where you didn't want anybody to see it. You didn't even want to see it. That it's reemerging. I don't think it's a person. I think it's a predicament. I want to get into the angel messages for you guys. Oh, hell yeah. Wow. If you're having a hard time dealing, especially somebody that's like a father figure, it's interesting. It's almost like you have Mama Bear energy and then Father Time energy here. And Mama Bear is trying to defend all that you've created. And Father Time is here to fucking take a look at it and judge it, including based on what you did to get there. Whoa. You're moving on to the next level, Pisces. Did you think it would be easy? It's never easy to move on to the next level. This is the final level. Yep. Here we go. This time around, and that's why the past is coming up. That's what the angel cards have revealed. To remind you to not make the same mistake twice. I'll tell you, I'll get into it. The first card out was determination, Pisces. Determination, perseverance, and patience will lead to a positive outcome. Don't look for the scapegoat. Don't look for the quick way out. Don't look for the easy path. Don't. Stay focused. Stay determined and believe in yourself. Also believe in your value and your worth. Kindness. A kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. Remember to be kind to yourself. So this is interesting. Pisces, the world's on your side, even though it is throwing bullets at you. Those bullets are being sent out because they were in the way and they have to be purged. Forgive yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't hold on to what happened in the past. Somebody outwardly is going to demonstrate this to you. Forgiveness. Just forgiveness. And it's going to set an example to you to how to behave toward others and toward yourself. Inspiration. You are working on something, aren't you? A new idea comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. Listen and take action. This is inspiration from high above. In the midst of all this chaos comes clarity through inspiration, which is perfect for you. Now we have Think Global. You are being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. Imagine the world within your heart. You are being encouraged to spread your wings. Why don't you want people to know you have wings? Will you think that's a vulnerability? I have wings. People will try to shoot me down. You'll be too high above them. The unknown. Do not fear the unknown. This is a time of deep exploration and transformation. Unfamiliar territory leads to new horizons. Unexpected things are going to have to happen to you. Good things and bad things. Either way, you bring your whole self into every single one of those situations, and you'll make it through a stronger, better person. Fear. This is a struggle right now. Archangel Michael, I am here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Now you know. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. You know, sometimes it's hardest to love yourself. And it is. You're being extra horrible to you. And so you're not letting people love you, but they want to love you anyway. They want to care for you. Stop making it so difficult for them. You're being watched over. You're being protected because people think you have value. Why don't you trust them? Just trust them. If you can't believe it yourself, believe in them. And the last card, and this is what gave me chills, integrity. Be flexible, but also be true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by and believe in you. No more pretending this time. No more escaping the hardship or what you're afraid of by blending in. It's not time to blend in, Pisces. It's time to stand out. This is a perfect time to go to tarot. The link is below. Let's see what other information they got for us. I'll talk to you guys over there.